So the video today is going to talk about how people, especially new dog trainers, can appreciate the value of teaching their dog to engage with them on command or on cue. Now, for those that are really new, engagement simply means that your dog is looking at you, he's totally focused on you, and in a lot of cases, he wants what you have. Now, what you have in the beginning can be a high-value food reward, it can be a toy reward, but you're going to eventually reach a point where when you ask your dog to engage with you, he's going to turn around, he's going to focus on you, he's going to look at you saying, what do you want, what do you want? And then you're going to praise him for doing that. But that's the end of a long road. The purpose of this video is not to teach you how to train your dog to engage on cue. We have videos on that. We have two very good videos of power training dogs with food and engagement skills. This video is going to show you how we use it in our everyday life. A lot of times people that don't have the goal of training a competition dog don't really see the need for putting engagement on cue. We're going to show you in this video how it can be beneficial to you. The fact is that if you can't put your dog, if you can't engage your dog when you ask the dog for engagement, then the only other thing you have left, or another way of saying this, the only other thing you have left is to force the dog to do something when you ask him to do it. If a dog isn't distracted, looking at something else, if you have a reactive dog that's barking at other dogs, it's barking at bicycles, barking at cars, whatever, and you ask the dog to do something and he's ignoring you, but you really need him to disengage from what he's doing over here, the only way you can do it is with force. We would prefer to train a dog to engage on cue. So we're going to show you videotape of different scenarios and what a dog that's fully engaged with the trainer, what it looks like. And then you can determine, yeah, you know, I really need to learn how to do this with my dog because it's going to be the foundation of all our training and I can use it in so many different applications. So in this clip, you're going to watch Cindy have a little training session with her dog, Maybe, on engagement. She's taking advantage of these bicyclists when she's out on a walk. This kind of engagement does not happen overnight. This is the end product of a lot of training. And she's using multiple food rewards to keep Maybe engaged as these people move past. Here's another excellent example of how you can put engagement on cue, give multiple rewards, not just one reward, but multiple rewards to keep your dog engaged. A hand touch, and she can move on. And again, Cindy asks for engagement. Well, the bike goes by, and this is a dog that when she was younger was very reactive to bicycles, to other dogs, and in some cases distracted by people that walk by. But you see in this case, she's totally focused on Cindy. Cindy has engagement, and she's rewarding her dog a number of times. One of the biggest mistakes new dog trainers make is not rewarding their dog enough times when they're asking for engagement. Your rate of reinforcement needs to be high.
Are you the only one? Yes. Okay.
Over time and hundreds of repetition, the dogs learn that when something that's distracted them in the past, like a bicycle, comes, they know to turn to the handler because they know there's going to be a reinforcement coming with food rewards. And when the rate of reinforcement is high enough, it makes the dog want to focus on the handler. You can see she's slightly distracted, but she also knows if she looks at Cindy, she's going to get a high value food reward. And this is where you have to make sure that your food reward is high enough to keep the dog's attention. So here we have another situation where Cindy takes advantage of a situation that she finds when she's out on a walk. She has a number of bicyclists there, and remember, for maybe, bicycles were distractions. That may not be the case for your dog. You know, your dogs might be distracted by kids, they might be distracted by other dogs, they might be distracted by family members, and you can practice your engagement training in the areas that you know your dogs are distracted. Here she actually asked maybe to jump up. She asked her to jump up on that. We're going to do a newsletter video on touchpads, and a touchpad can be a rock. A touchpad can be a bench someplace. It doesn't matter. A touchpad can be your shoe if you take your shoe off. So once again, to get this kind of engagement with your dog, you need to train it, but you can put it on cue. If you're new to dog training, you want to learn how to do this, get our video. It starts with, and here we have another dog coming down the trail, and watch how Maybe reacts. She totally ignores the other dog. When she was young, she wouldn't do that. But if you want to train this, get the DVD we produced with Michael Ellis on the power of training dogs with food, and get our DVD on training engagement skills.